The following segment is sponsored by Smith Injury Law and 300hurt.com.
The economic crisis we're facing due to business closures and layoffs means a lot of people are considering filing for Social Security disability. It's extremely difficult to find work for many people, many wondering if they should hire an attorney, and Richard Smith from Smith Injury Law is with us. Good morning.
Good morning, Margaret.
So there's a major wave of Social Security disability claims coming on. What's happening out there? What are you seeing?
Well, I'm speculating that's going to happen because what usually happens is those who are the oldest and the sickest and get hired back last. Mm-hmm. And with the high unemployment numbers that we have, people that were just barely hanging on, that were gutting it out, getting to work every day because they have medical problems, will be the ones that don't get hired back. And they're going to be the ones that need to consider filing for Social Security disability benefits.
And this can be certainly a tough process for people who are not working with a knowledgeable attorney, can't it?
Very much so. In fact, it's very difficult, if not impossible, to win a Social Security disability case without an attorney. A very small percentage are successful. Basically, if you're 50 years old or older with no more than a high school education, and you have a non-transferable skills, you're in a better position than somebody younger to qualify for Social Security disability benefits. So basically, the most likely successful candidate is somebody in their 50s with limited education, who worked a physical labor job, and who has medical conditions that are supported by medical records.
Okay, and in these times, what do we need to understand about how the Social Security system works in general?
Unfortunately, it's not based upon your ability to find a job. It is based upon whether you can perform SGA, which is called substantial gainful activity. If you can work 5 days a week, 6 hours a day, then you are employable. That's the basic concept.
Okay.
So it's not that you can't find a job, it's that you cannot physically perform a job if there are adequate numbers of these types of jobs in the national economy.
Well, and we alluded to this a minute ago, but when it comes to thoroughly preparing for a disability case hearing, I assume an attorney that's especially familiar with Social Security rules and regulations makes a big difference because you know what to look for, right?
Yeah, that's very important. Unfortunately, a lot of paralegals or non-attorneys advertise for these types of cases, and they're not even attorneys, and they charge the same fees that we attorneys do. So get an experienced Social Security disability attorney. We meet with our clients in person. We don't just show up at the hearing and never even talk to them before. We prepare a comprehensive brief to submit prior to their hearing. We review their medical records. We send out questionnaires and narratives through their doctors. It takes preparation to prepare the case properly to win. You can't just walk in there with somebody you've never seen that maybe you've talked to online and expect to win your case.
All right, a lot of details to cover. And some disability claimants think they cannot afford a lawyer, but what's the reality?
That should never be a problem because we get paid based upon a percentage of their past due benefits. It's basically 25% of your past due benefits. So our fee is covered. It's not out of your pocket. And if you lose the case, you don't owe us anything. Basically, most of the time we waive the cost involved. That's very minimal unless you have a lot of medical records. You can keep the cost pretty low. But it is certainly, you're much better off with an attorney than without one when it comes to trying to win these cases.
Absolutely. Well, along with Social Security disability claims, talk to us about some of your areas of practice at Smith Injury Law.
Well, we also handle automobile accident cases, workers' compensation cases. I'm licensed in both South Carolina and North Carolina and have 30 years experience practicing law. And I can't emphasize enough how important it is to consult an experienced attorney. Not everybody does Social Security disability cases, for example. Only certain attorneys do those. So I've had lawyers who refer me those cases sometimes, also in workers' comp arena as well. So just bypass the referring attorney and call us. Come straight to us if you have a case involving Social Security disability or workers' compensation. or automobile accident claims. Just call 300-HURT.
All right, perfect. You can walk us through every step of the way and be alongside of somebody who needs you. Get in touch with Richard Smith by calling 300-HURT or visit 300hurt.com. Richard Smith of Smith Injury Law, thanks so much for joining us today.